I'm Enock from Power Mixed Farm, which is found in Shabnonga Trading Center, Kagarama Sub-County, Isingiro District. At Power Mixed Farm, we have various things that we do. That is zero grazing, apiary, piggery, banana plantation, and the variation. On top of that, we have pastures, and we have an educational center for youth and elders who want to join farming. What motivated me to join zero grazing, I think it was in 2022, because as I've told you, we have apiary on our apiary section on our farm. Those days I was in apiary, so I decided to look at how I can keep bees on a smaller place and feeding them. Yes. I have flowers and what for bees. So I started with introducing the sugar to bees. In one day they consumed 1 kilogram. So I decided to buy molasses. When I bought molasses from Kampala by then, the bees did consume molasses. So I started searching for other uses of molasses from Google, from YouTube. It's when I learned that molasses can be used for making silage, which silage is used for feeding cows. But during that time, I found I didn't have land for rearing cows. So I decided to start zero grazing unit. That was 2023 in July. It's when I decided to start zero grazing unit. And by then, we didn't have feeds, we didn't have at least some good structure. So we don't have a better structure by now, but by then we didn't have that structure that we wanted. But due to my passion of farming, we started slowly, and by now in 2025, we are somewhere. On our farm, we have three breeds. That is Jersey, Holstein Friesian, and a cross of Girolando and Brown Swiss. But in the future, we want to be having Jersey, Girolando, and the Holstein Friesian. Those are the breeds we are having on our farm. Since we joined zero grazing, so far we've got milk production, by which milk we will get money from milk. In milk we have yogurt from it. And another thing, we have got the most valuable thing which others don't know that is from cows. That is cow dung. In cow dung, we've got biogas from cow dung. Then from biogas there is this biosera, by which biosera we use to feed our cows, our pigs, our chicken. Then again we use the biosera for fertilizer, and again we use biosera for getting out that bad smelling latrines. So those are some of the benefits we've got from zero grazing. And again, as I've told you that we have milk and yogurt and butter, that means the income on our family has increased, and the health in our family has increased. And on top of that, our hobby is making friends and friends. As we started zero grazing, we have again made a lot of friends. On the challenges of this zero grazing, the first challenge is water during drought. Then another challenge, at first it was much of feeds, but at least we've tried to encounter that. Then another challenge we normally have, it is machinery for making our feeds, that's for making silage, which we can harvest and keep for a long time. Then on feed quality on the farm, we are trying to use some additives like diatom. Let's say there are molds in our silage. We use diatom to bind those toxins of molds, so as to control them being infecting our cows. Another thing, we grow pastures using our natural methods of biosera, so we don't use these artificial fertilizers. Then again, another thing, as you are seeing, we are keeping our grass, our bean husks on top of our cows, and they are in a very good shade and well ventilated. That means those pastures we are storing on our storage materials and can't go bad, can't rot, because of how we are keeping it. As it is a unit on where we stay, how we ensure that they are healthy, and also their welfare is good, and also the welfare of us is also good. It is a mandatory for any member of this family to keep this grazing unit clean, to make sure that all the cows are having feeds, to make sure that the water is there and plenty and clean, and also to make sure that they get feeds at the right time, and also to make sure that there is security. So that means not everyone that comes at the farm is allowed to enter. You first introduce yourself, you pass a lot of things of screening so as to enter the farm. So that means the cow's welfare will be good in terms of feeding, in terms of getting disease from outside, and also, as you see that how our cows are sleeping, that means they are having that comfortability. There is others sleep on sand, others sleep on cow mat. So that's how we are trying to make that welfare of cows and us good. In the way of handling animal waste and manure, we introduced a biogas system whereby that biogas plant, there is a cow dung and the urine. So urine is collected in one place, and then the cow dung is also collected in one place, and we use cow dung and urine to make biogas. And in biogas, there is biosera. So that animal waste is managed in that way, and at least we don't have a problem of animal waste these days when we started biogas. We are using a certain toxin bind, that is diatom, which helps us in getting away, in riding away flies. We mix it in feeds, and when the cows defecate their dung and flies lay their eggs, when we cut off the cycle of those flies, because when they lay the eggs on the dung, the eggs got damaged. So that means they don't hatch. There is no larva, there is no what. And when the flies have become old, they will die. So there is no generation of flies. And another thing, how we are managing flies is keeping our pen very healthy, and at least removing that dung every time, making sure that the urine that comes out of the cows urinate slopes to the designated places. And another thing is making sure, for us, we don't spray at least we spray twice in a year. So in every 4 to 3 months, we spray our cows. We don't have ticks on our farm. We are not allowing intruders, and another thing, they are not getting mixed to the other cows. And another thing that brings ticks to the farm is pastures. But for our pasture, from the garden, there is a place where we collect them from. Then from that place, they come back to the feeding troughs of our cows. It's a dry area, but we try as much as possible to harvest every drop of water from our places. From every structure we have here, we harvest that water and put it in an underground tank. The tank is big, but during drought, at least that month of August, only becomes a problem to us. So we have to buy water for only August and starting of September. As it is pearl mixed farm, zero grazing, as it was the second thing to be started on pearl mixed farm, but it is catching on every section of our farm. Firstly, we are getting fertilizers for our coffee, for our plantation, we are getting fertilizers for our pasture, and again, on the paro mixed farm, we have that thing of value addition. We put fertilizer on the plantation, we get bananas, make wine. We put the fertilizers on the pastures, we get quality pastures on time, cows eat, give us milk, we make yogurt. Yogurt also brings money. So zero grazing has increased that. Another thing, at least in a week, we get like 2 people, 4 people that come for education. And every individual pays 50K. So that means in a week, at least we can get 150, 200, at least. That is the profit we can get from zero. To start a zero grazing, first you have to be what you have to be in mind, you have to be knowing where you are staying, the market of your products. That is very important. As you are starting zero grazing, what do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on breeding? Do you want to focus on milk production? Do you want to focus on cow dung production? As rough at people having cow dung, but in cows, cow dung is the most valuable thing more than milk. So it depends on what you want to focus on. Let's say you want to focus on breeding, and you want to focus on breeding and the milk production. If you want to focus on breeding and milk production, you have to make sure that you have access to roads, access to trading centers, access to towns. You have market for yogurt or market for milk, and also you will be able to market your animals so that people may know your breed, that you have good breeders, and come and buy those breeders. Those are the things you have to focus on. Another thing, to be knowing where you'll be getting your pasture, we'll be having water and the labor, people to work on your zero grazing unit. And the most important thing, you shouldn't be a telephone farmer when you want to start zero grazing unit. People use WhatsApp in different ways, but for us, we use WhatsApp for education. Because there is a group we are having, that is Cattle Generation, and other groups like there is Cattle Uganda, various groups we are having that keeps me updated on various farming practices, modern farming practices, and I normally attend seminars to know the new things on farming. And again, I use Google, I use WhatsApp, I use YouTube to get those things. Mostly to run from Kenyans because they are far ahead more than us. I think what you should put in mind when you want to start a zero grazing unit, you should put in mind they are very good structures. But as a starter, I don't advise someone to invest on very big and very good, that's those structures, no. Get simple logs, that is trees. You can use the iron sheets that don't have many holes, and you start with that. So long as you see that rain doesn't hit your feed troughs, your animals, direct sunshine doesn't go there, you start with simple things. Then as you advance, you make those better structures. If you are considering if you feel you want to start zero grazing, you have to be knowing if you have knowledge of cows, and don't invest much on buildings, and you leave pasture and cows. First to know where if you have pasture, that means feeds in general. If you have water and good quality breeds, if you want to start zero grazing. Another thing, you should be knowing your availability on the farm. Not going there every month or every year. That means you can't manage zero grazing unit. And another thing, as you should start is as a family. If you're having a family, let's say you're married, you should include your wife, include your children for generations to come. So don't start a farm for 2 years, and when you die, the farm dies. You start a farm to keep there with the next generation. That is the advice I can give to people who want to start a farm or want to start zero grazing unit, as they have their passion and they are willing to be patient. Thank you.